How are we doing, consulted by G family? It's nice to see you and nice to be with you again. Right now, we're looking at Sunny Skies, Miami as the next site for our $1 million interview. So let's go ahead and see who we're going to run into because, as you know, I live in Miami and I run into a lot of people every day. So let's see if I see any familiar faces or anyone that could spark a little interest.
In all of America, old money to new money, millionaires to billionaires. Everyone says Miami is the land of opportunities. So
It definitely is.
Miami to meet the people running the city and figure out how they actually built their wealth. In this video, I'm meeting everyone from the Wolf of Wall Street to the owner of $100 million compound to understand how real wealth is actually built in today's world.
I will say this. Miami is one of the most beautiful places on the world. There's a lot of opportunity out here, like so much opportunity, but you have to put yourself out there. That goes for any city, but especially in Miami. That's why people go broke on getting these cars, these clothes, these penthouses, and things of that nature, so they can look the part, but they don't network. Looking the part is only one piece of the puzzle. You have to network as well, because without the networking, you won't build up the connections or build up the structure to achieve your dreams as fast as you want. Because you still achieve your dreams without networking. But it'll take faster, it'll take longer because you don't have the connections or you don't have the cheat codes, because people are cheat codes. Money is a cheat code, but people are cheat codes as well. Who you know means a lot.
Sir, how did you get rich? How did you get rich? I grew some of the 20 million followers. I'm not rich. Hold on. You found the wrong guy. Excuse me, sir. I had a question for you.
He funny, he has walking up to old people.
What's that? Hey, no, real quick, sir. I grew some of the 20 million. Excuse me, sir. How old were you when you became a millionaire?
What makes you think I'm a millionaire?
Man, I've been interviewed over 40 billion in the last 4 years. I grew some of the 21 million followers.
Let me help put in if they want to know how you became a millionaire.
I'm not a millionaire.
It's a billionaire.
Oh wow.
Can I just ask one question, sir? If you had one advice to the younger generation of entrepreneurs,
I don't want to be. I'm not going to be Phil.
Wait, Dad, can you just give one piece of advice to the younger generation on how to be successful?
No.
Dad,
You know how I became successful?
Give the youth
By
one
doing
piece
what
of
I want to
advice.
do, and this is not what I want to do.
That's actually a beautiful piece of advice, though. Oh God, because he said, "I'm doing what I want to do is not what I want to do, and doing what you want to do is how you make successful." Because you always gotta chase your dreams. As long as you're chasing your dreams and doing what you want to do, you're gonna be happier. You're gonna be more enthusiastic. You're gonna put more effort into it. Now, if you're not happy about it, then you're not gonna be putting more enthusiastic. You're not gonna put much effort into it. So you definitely have to do what you want and chase your dreams in the right way.
as you can see, man, I tried, man. I
That's
tried
crazy.
to fight for that interview right there. And shout out to his daughter, the ladies that he was with, man. They tried to get him to stop gatekeeping and give some game. If only that billionaire knew how impactful his advice could have been for the younger generation.
Factual.
But look, I'm not gonna let that discourage me. I don't care how many no's I get in this video. Look, every no is a step closer to yes. So I'm not gonna stop until I go find the real millionaires and billionaires that live out here in Miami, you guys. Come on. All right, you guys, look, we're in the design district right now. There's more supercars here than anywhere else in the world, and maybe other than like Dubai. But anyways, look, we got a Rolls Royce that's backing him right now to the valet. We're gonna go up and try to interview them, figure out how they got Rolls Royce rich out here in Miami, you guys. Come on.
This is true, 100% true. Crazy part.
Excuse me,
Casual
sir.
day in Miami, you
Excuse
just
me,
see
sir.
lambs.
Sir,
Like it's normal now.
is this your Rolls
Porsches,
Royce?
lambs,
And how did you get rich?
Rolls Royce.
1 minute, guys. Okay, sure. Thank you, baby.
Sir, how did you get rich?
Sold a business. I worked at a business, was super successful, and then sold it.
How much did you sell your, real quick, sir? IDV billionaires all over the world. How much did you sell your company for?
Well, I sold it twice. The first time I sold it for over 100 million. And the second time I sold it, took on new partners, took on a big management system, and we sold it again for over 400 million.
$400 million. Could I interview you for a minute real quick?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
What type of company did you sell?
It was a food distribution business. I bought it for 300,000. Very
Okay.
small, few employees, but I built a great team around me. Smartest guys out there, hardest working, super loyal.
So you bought the company.
Yeah, small little business.
For
300,000.
So you turned 300,000 into $400 million.
Yeah.
How'd you scale that up?
Food distribution. Who were your customers? Who were you selling to?
Every restaurant you go to was my client. Everyone.
Actually.
Everyone. There's not a restaurant that we didn't serve.
How in the world did you get access to these types of clients paying you millions of dollars?
Having the right products, having the best buying team, the best procurement team available, and also having great sales side. We had a wonderful sales force out there on the street and hitting all the restaurants. Had a great product, competitive pricing, great service. Service was a big factor in our business. And then to make a long story short, it all worked out wonderfully.
You're a part of the top 1%. I'm going to challenge you right now. Where do the richest people in the world put their money?
If you have real estate, you can never really go broke.
Actually,
Factual.
Sleeper. I bought a piece of real estate for $5 million back in 2013. Very little cash. I'm going to say 15%, so maybe 800,000. And that building today is probably worth $25-30 million.
Yeah.
Serious?
Yeah, cost base on that is very low.
How much real estate do you own today?
Over 100.
$100 million?
Yeah.
Not 100,000.
Not 100,000.
$100 million,
Yeah.
man. But you can't pull the cash out of the real estate unless you sell it, though.
No, you can refinance it, and that's tax free.
So break down, what do you mean by refinance?
You and I bought this building across the street for $2 million, and it appreciated over a period of the next 5-6 years to $8 million. And there was a $6 million equity piece in here. And assuming the $2 million was all debt, you would be able to leverage that building and take out the money tax free.
They got a couple $1 million.
Yeah, you take out a lot more than that.
Hey, and then go buy some more real estate.
Well, that's exactly the play. That's the real estate game.
And I've heard that so many times, and honestly, it's so crazy that people don't even know about this game unless you have the money to get involved with, because you need the money to play around first. You need the money. Real money is made in a long term. A lot of money can be made in the short term, of course, but real money is made in a long term of building your image, building your portfolio, holding and staying stable. Staying stable is the hardest part for some people, but that's the part that's going to get you all your gains. For example, even something as simple as this: if I buy into the S&P 500 and I hold for 8 years, I'm going to have a lot of gains. He bought into real estate and he bought for $2 million. He held it for 8 years. It rose, to 8 million. He got a free 6 million. He didn't even do nothing.
Companies for hundreds of millions of dollars. You got to know a thing or two about negotiation. What's your best negotiation advice right here?
The most important thing about negotiation, the deal has to work for both of you. If it works for just yourself, it won't last. If it works for them only, you're wasting your own time.
So it's got to be win-win business.
It's got to be win-win, always win-win.
When people try to sell a company, like you did for hundreds of millions of dollars, what's the number one mistake they make?
They didn't structure it correctly. They didn't create enough of a platform where they've implemented the right process and procedures for them to obtain the highest valuation possible.
How important was the entity structure? When you started your companies, did you have an LLC? Like, did you structure your company?
Yeah, absolutely.
How important was that?
It's very important, but that's like getting dressed in the morning. That has to be done.
What company did you go to start your LLC and S Corp?
You can basically do that online yourself. I had good accountants to do it for me, but you can do that yourself.
I had a billionaire tell me one time that the reason why people fail in business is because they don't set themselves up for success from the beginning. They don't have the foundation there.
Correct.
So there's a company that I've used for all of my companies to start my businesses, all my LLCs. It's called Busy, and it enables you to set your business up to turn the idea into a business in just 10 minutes.
Sure.
It doesn't take months. It doesn't take days like everybody thinks it does.
It takes hours, It takes possibly 10 minutes,
So that next company that you start, we're going to have you go through Busy.
Absolutely. Let's do it. I'll be setting up a new LLC shortly.
You bought a company for $300,000, turned it into $400 million. Do you think somebody should start or buy a business in today's world?
Start.
Start. Why?
Because
you bought a business, man. And you flipped it.
I didn't buy income. I bought access to the industry. I bought access to key employees.
That's game right there.
Yeah,
that's true. It's 100% true.
When you need access, you build businesses when you have the tools.
You got amazing advice, my friend.
All right, my man.
Thank you so much for your time. Hey, I connect with all the billionaires I interview. Could I get your contact?
Absolutely.
Is that cool?
Absolutely.
Guys, we just interviewed an entrepreneur that sold his company for $400 million. Man, Miami is crazy, you guys. That's why we're out here. And what did he say? Even after that 9-figure exit, he's already getting ready to start that next LLC. And that's what the most successful entrepreneurs understand. By starting that LLC, every idea they have can become a real business fast. And I told him the same thing that I tell everyone. Look, I've observed the most successful entrepreneurs, they all use Busy to start their companies.
I'm actually going to look into Busy. I'm going to give a review on that because I'm going to use that today and see what the hype is about. But I do also want to say is he gave some beautiful advice. And I love when the millionaires or the billionaires just sit and take their time to talk to you. I know they have a busy day. Everybody has a busy day. But the fact that they're trying to talk to you and trying to give game, chef's kiss. I love it. 10 out of 10. Shout out to everyone in this video. And shout out to School of Hard Knocks once again. I'll be back with another.